Hey guys, welcome to class. This is a 30-minute Vinyasa practice inspired by the element earth. We're going to be rooting down to grow upwards and connecting with the earth around us. No props needed for this. Just go ahead and get your mat and we'll get started. Welcome to Earth class. We're going to get started in a child's pose today. So you're going to take the forehead to the mat and the hips to the heels. The arms can be back by the hips with the palms facing up, or forward by the ears with the palms facing down. It's a womb-like position that gets us close and touching with the earth. See if you can relax your body fully, especially around the shoulders and hips. Let the floor hold you up. Relax the jaw. Relax your cheeks and forehead. And start noticing the breath without changing it or doing anything at all. Just noticing the breath in and out as it travels through the nose. Usually just by noticing the breath, it begins to deepen. So go ahead and continue with that and let the breath become a little bit fuller. Notice as it fills the lungs and the chest. Notice as the belly rises and presses against your thighs. And then let the exhalations be complete and full, preparing for the next inhale. Deep, full, rich breath in. Sweet, long, complete breath out. We're going to give it a vibration and a sound, and you can also rock your hips side to side in this child's pose if it feels good. We're going to take the sound H-A, ha, and I like this sound. It's very grounding, and it's the only sound we can really make that completely relaxes our jaw. Let's give it a try. Empty your lungs, exhale. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, H-A. One more like that. Inhale all the way to the top. Hold it there. Really nice. Anytime you want to take this kind of vibrational sound in this class, go ahead and take it. I love the way a delicious vibrational breath like this feels in my body. Take the fingers forward if they're not there already and really stretch the fingers away from the armpits and hips. Feel the size of the body and waist lengthening. Root the hips down over the heels. Go ahead and stretch your fingers over to the right side. Feel a stretch along the left side body. Then exhale, come back to center, stretch the fingers even further forward in front of you. And then take it over to the left side. Feel a stretch along the right side of the body, around the right shoulder. Right waist. Keeping the hips where they are, we're going to stretch the fingers forward. Curl the toes under and come into a downward facing dog. Walk around. Bend the knees. Right. Left. Right. Left. Good. Really, the theme of the class is earth, and we're really going to connect with that element as much as possible, grounding down through the feet. Create a foot lock by pressing the big toe mounds, little toe mounds in the center of each heel to the floor. You can imagine the color red where your feet touch the mat, and do the same with your hands. Use the hands like feet and the feet like hands. Push the floor away. Pull your stomach in. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Really nice. Inhale, lift the right leg up, keeping the hips square. Exhale, round your spine, bend the right knee. Knee to forehead, shoulders over hips. Inhale. Lift the right leg up, hips square. Look forward this time, right knee above the right elbow. Inhale, lift the right leg long. Exhale, twist, look to the left, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, release it all the way down. Switch. Inhale, left leg lifting, hip square. Exhale, round your spine, shoulders over wrists, forehead to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, look forward, shoulders over wrists, knee to tricep. Inhale, lift it up. Let's twist, look over the right shoulder, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, please. Downward facing dog. So nice. Keep the feet where they are. Take the left hand outside the right ankle. Push extra hard with the right hand and look under the right armpit. For the twist, pull your belly in, pull up on your knees, push the floor away. Inhale. And exhale, change. Left hand down. Take the right hand outside the left ankle. Belly in, hips stay square. Push extra with the left hand and generate a twist to look under the left armpit. One more breath. All right, that's enough. Go ahead and lift up your heels. Bend your knees. You can walk, hop, or float. Whoop. Or float over to the front. Okay. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. So nice. Inhale, halfway lift, open up the feet, hips width distance. Grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers, middle index and thumbs. Be careful of leaning back on your heels. Everyone inhale, please look forward. And as you exhale, stomach in, sitting bones up. First, touch the stomach to your thighs. So if you want to transform your forward folds, touch the stomach to the thighs. Don't just relax your head. Bend the knees as much as you need to keep stomach to thighs. Only then release the head down. Only then work on straightening your legs, all right? One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Pick up the right foot, stick the right hand underneath, all the way so the toes touching with the wrist. Pick up your left foot, stick the left hand under. Good. Step the feet on the hands. This is so nice. We get to connect the backs of our hands to the earth, and we get to connect the soles of the feet to the palms of the hand. It's a really beautiful connection. Lean forward, inhale, long spine. Same thing. I don't want you curling your back. Bend the knees if you need. Get stomach to thighs, belly in. Only then minimize the rounding of the spine by pulling the stomach in, by lifting the sitting bones. Shoulders down the back away from the ears. Weight forward, massage your hands. Feel the entire foot, sole of the foot, connecting with the palm of the hand. The palm of the hand almost as if it's lifting you up. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, please release your hands. Beautiful. Keep the same distance between the feet. We're going to sit down with the arms forward in chair pose. Okay? Weight back in the heels. All the way back. But keep your toes on the floor.
Sit down low and hold. Good. Energy forward through the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, stand up, keep the arms. Whoop. Okay. So from here, you're going to come up on the balls of the feet like a dancer. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, sit down. Rooting down through the balls of the feet, especially the big toes. Pressing the heels forward. Lifting the knees up. 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Good. Lower the heels back down. Third part. Lift up your heels. Squeeze your knees. Inhale. Exhale, lower down slowly. As I lower down, I stretch myself up. And this is always such a helpful hint. Anytime I'm rooting down, it's helping me to stretch up at the same time. So we're always rooting to grow, which makes sense. Stay about an inch above your heels. Squeeze your knees and bounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then an up bounce. Come up. 5, 4. Knees together still. 2, 1. Lower the heels. Feet together. Arms down. Really nice. Super challenging chair sequence. And I do it every single day. I think these 3 chairs create an amazing foundation for the legs. We're going to do some balancing, of course, because today's theme is earth. So balancing on one leg has a lot to do with balancing on 2 legs. Normally when we're standing on 2 legs, you'll notice your posture. It can be like standing up, you can lean on one hip. You can tend to stand on the outsides of the feet or the insides of the feet. Be sure that you're working outside the mat on correct alignment, even as you walk. Feeling the earth with your feet is really important. Making sure you're not dragging your feet in any way. Making sure you're not externally rotated or internally rotated. And that you're not collapsing on your joints. Let's get started with standing head to knee. Please make sure you're starting with your middle toes forward, and I want you to imagine that there's a red string from the big toenail all the way up the inner ankle, all the way up the inner knee, the inner thigh, to the pelvic floor, to the navel. It's all connected, okay? Shift the weight over to the left foot, bend the right knee, and pick it up until the right thigh is parallel position to the floor. Flex the right ankle, and from here you're going to round down. Belly in. Interlace the fingers right underneath the toes at the ball of the foot. Notice the thumbs. You shouldn't be holding your foot like a sandwich. Okay? So the fingers are together. You can stay here. If your foot is dancing all around, and you're losing your balance, you stay here in this step. If your left leg solid and strong, then kick forward until the right heel is stretching forwards even more than your knuckles are, right? So it's a deep flexion with the right ankle, right hip down. We're going to stay here. Those of you who are still feeling strong, bend the elbows down below the line of the calf and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Bend the knee, feet together, arms down. All right, feeling good? Regain the breath, steady it, and let's try the other side. Shift the weight onto the right foot and make sure it's nice and connected, rooted down. That same red string feeling from the big toe through the inner leg and to the solar plexus. From here, bend the left knee and lift the thigh until it's parallel position to the floor. Flex the left foot and round down, interlace the fingers, all of them together. Right underneath your toes are the ball of the foot. Remember, thumbs are included in the grip. If your foot is dancing around and you're losing your balance today, stay here. Don't rush. If you're feeling good, kick your left heel forward And reach the chest forward as well. Notice both elbows are straight. This is different from the Ashtanga head to knee. So we're not lifting the left leg high. Rather, we're coming forward, keeping the leg parallel to the floor, which is quite challenging. So if you're okay here, you can bend the elbows until they come below the calf muscle. Hold it there, look forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse like a little machine. Elbows, knee, feet. All right, so it's super challenging. Hands to the hips. Take a little circle of the hips to the right. Let it go. And reverse, circle of the hips over to the left. Super nice. Good. Come to the back end of the mat for another balancing posture. Arms up, palms together. Inhale. Go ahead and step right foot forward. And you're going to stretch yourself like taffy, fingers away from toes. Look at the top of the mat and hinge at the hips until your parallel position. Inhale here. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Standing split, extend the left leg long. See if you can keep your hips square, outer left thigh down. You can wrap the right arm behind the right calf, working the forehead towards the shin. Long through the legs. Inhale, please go ahead and look forward. Take the left hand forward underneath the left shoulder and bend the right knee. Grab the left foot from the inside, begin to kick. Revolved half moon. Whatever is touching the earth is rooting down. Inhale. Good. Exhale to release. Return. Standing split. Exhale, feet together. Take a little squat. Bend the knees. Bounce up and down. Good. So you should feel the difference between right side and left side right now. A bit intense, a little bit or a lot of fire along the right side as it's activated. Lift your hips up. Take the hands to the hips and stand up. Good. Come to the back end of the mat. Let's try the other side. Inhale. The arms come up, palms together, cross your thumbs, point your left toes forward. Step onto the left foot, connecting it with the earth underneath you. Inhale, stretch, fingers away from right toes like taffy. Look at the front of the mat and hinge until you come parallel to the floor. Outer right thigh down, center of the chest forward. Inhaling here, stretch. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Go ahead and take your standing split. Wrapping the left arm behind the left calf, if it's available. Root down through the left foot to reach high through the right toes. Inhale. Exhale, please look forward. Walk your left hand under the left shoulder, right hand under the right shoulder. Bend the right knee and pick up the right foot with your left hand. Begin to kick high, hard into your hand to create a twist in revolved half moon pose. Revolved half moon pose. Belly in, look up if you can. And then gracefully as you can. Takes time, don't worry. Standing split, inhale. Exhale, feet together. Open your feet as wide as the mat and sit down and squat. Squat is like the ultimate earth posture, malasana. You can take the fingertips to the floor and sort of feel it moving side to side. Relax your head for a moment. And then stopping in the middle, take the hands at the center of the chest and ground yourself deeply. Deep inhale in, full exhale, breath out. Deep inhale in, full exhale, breath out. So nice. Let's take a twist. Open the arms up, looking over at the right thumb. If you like, right arm behind the back. Left armpit around the left knee. Left arm around the left chin. Hold hands or hold on to right wrist. If you're leaning over to the left leg, just shift more weight onto the right foot. If you have the flexibility, you might be able to extend the right elbow straight. One more breath. And then exhale, please. Come back to center. Opening up the left arm. Look up at your left thumb. And you can always stay here. You know, each posture offers just endless variations. You can take the bind, holding onto the left wrist if you like, and you'll notice that the tendency is to shift to the right foot, shift more weight onto the left foot so that you're nice and even, and twist above the navel, open the chest, it should feel nice, and exhale. Come back to center. Good. From here, place the hands to the mat and keep your feet about as wide as the width of your mat, maybe even a tiny bit wider, but make sure your feet are parallel. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, you're going to put your feet underneath your heels from behind, elbows back. Inhale, sitting bones up. Exhale, see if you can work on lengthening your spine. Now, lengthening the spine is going to come only after we lengthen our legs. So if you're still working on your hamstrings, remember to bend your knees, keeping the spine straight, and only then, right, working on keeping them straight. Long through the breath. Belly in. Shoulders down the back, elbows wrapped around the calves. One more breath. And then nice and slow, release your hands. You're going to bend your knees. Try and get your shoulders. As you bend your knees, walk your hands behind your heels and get your shoulders behind your knees. See if you can keep the knees bent, the weight forward. Wrap your arms around your back. Eventually, your fingers will meet. Titibhasana. So if your fingers meet and you're making a bind, eventually you'll be able to root down through the feet, straighten the knees, and even look up. Don't be afraid. The more you root down through your feet, the more secure you'll be to really express this posture and to look up. One more breath. All right. Keep the shoulders where they are as you release the bind. Take the hands behind your heels so you see your fingertips. Bend your elbows and sit down as if your elbows are a shelf for your butt. So from here, I can point my toes and stay here, or I can try extending my legs into firefly. Titibhasana. Push the earth away from you. Use your hands like feet. Push. All right. Let's slowly lower the feet and just sit down on the floor. Whew, that was fun. Okay, so from here, we're going to take a tortoise pose. And tortoise is reminds me of an earth animal, although I guess it can be a water animal as well. You're going to start with your feet wider than the mat, like so, toes pointing forward, so avoid opening up like this, toes forward. Knees are bent, and I'm leaning forward. From here, I'm going to reach my hands back. See that? I'm sliding my hands through the legs underneath the knees and working them as far back as possible. As I work my hands back, I'm going to work my feet in towards each other and really tighten the pose, feeling my shoulders coming underneath the knees. If that's okay, you're going to stay here, maybe releasing the forehead down. But if you're feeling good and you have the mobility today, you can start extending the legs straight and eventually chin forward, pressing into the arms, the legs, the backs of the legs into the upper arms, eventually will allow you to lift the heels. And if you notice, my hips, my butt is lifted off the floor too. I use my hands to push the earth away. Inhale. And exhale, I release. Good. Bend your knees and slide your arms underneath. That was great. Let's take a straddle. You're going to open your legs as much as feels good for you. So you can stay on your elbows, or if you like, if you prefer, you can pick yourself up, shift the weight onto your elbows, align the hips so that they're not behind your ankles, but right in line or a little in front. Yeah? And go as low as it feels, not quite like an overstretch, but not like an understretch where nothing is happening either. Right to your sweet spot. Okay? You're going to take a few breaths there. And please, anytime you are stretching, be sure you're not holding your breath, because that's going to teach us, condition us to create even more tension. So it's very important that we're teaching the nervous system to relax, and we do that by exhaling fully, right? So even a single full breath can change the biochemistry in the body immediately. Relax your lips, please. Two more breaths, go deeper. And then nice and slow, walk your hands underneath you. Lift yourself up. And you're going to come into a double pigeon. So I'm going to stack my right ankle right past my left knee. Yeah? Like fire logs. Your left heel can come closer to your right hip if you like. Go ahead and breathe into the right hip. This is not the time to avoid feeling. So if you're giving yourself 30 minutes to be with your body, make sure that you're here fully. It makes a tremendous difference. So if we're connecting body, breath, and mind together, that's when the yoga begins to really take place, really begins to happen. You can either take it forward from here, taking the elbows over your shin or down to the floor. I'm actually going to take a twist with the right tricep connecting to the sole of the right foot. And then nice and slow, place the sole of the left foot down. Pick up your right leg like a little baby. Rock it side to side. Let's take the right knee behind the right shoulder and hold on to the right foot with the left hand. Place the right hand down. Extend the left leg on the floor into compass pose. Look over the left shoulder. Good. You can stay here, or you can try 8 angle pose, so the hands are at either side of the left thigh. I'm going to pick my butt off the floor by using my hands like little feet. Pull the pelvic floor up and cross the left ankle on top of the right. Extend the knees here. Then you can bend the elbows, reaching the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Push. And release. All right, super. Let's try the other side. Right shin parallel to the mat, left shin on top. If you're taking modification, that right heel will come closer to your left hip. Breathe into the left hip socket. Connect with the stability, the grounding nature, the nurturing nature of earth. And see if you can allow yourself to feel what's there to be felt without judging, comparing, without that voice, that narration. If it's happening, see if you can just slowly let it go so you're not getting too involved in the story. I'm going to take my twist, the left tricep to the sole of the left foot, the belly in, don't let the left hip lift. Root the left hip back down, even if it means your elbows are coming off, are not on the floor anymore, right? And then when you're ready, you're going to come back up, take the sole of the right foot to the floor, and wrap the arms around the left leg. Rock it side to side like a little baby. Now I'm going to take my left hand inside, the left knee behind the left shoulder. Hold on to the outer edge of the left foot. Root the left palm down and extend both legs, if possible, into compass pose. Look over the right shoulder. Awesome. From here, for Astavakra, you're going to take the hands on either side of the right thigh. Use the pelvic lock. Lift your hips. Now, from here, you can take the right foot on the floor to practice, or cross the right ankle over the left, extend the knees, and like you're doing chaturanga, chest forward, elbows over the wrists. Extend your gaze in front of you. Come back to center. And release. Beautiful. All right, it's time to finish up. Go ahead and scooch your hips forward. Roll it back. Halasana, plow. Walk your shoulder blades a little closer together. Find the breath and slow it down. Root your shoulders to the mat and past it to the earth. Take the hands in the low back. Lift your left ankle up over the left hip. Lift your right ankle up over the right hip. Shoulders stand. Close your eyes if you have the balance. We root down to rise up, on and off the mat. Slowly lower the feet back into plow. Bend the knees on either side of the ears. You can hold on to your heels here for ear pressure pose. Nice spinal flexion to come out. Place the palms on the floor. Use the hands like brakes as you slowly lower upper, middle, lower back. Good. Keep the knees just like this, side by side. Right hand to the left. Outside the left knee, take the knees to the right for twisting. Look over the left shoulder. And then onto the left side, back to center. The left hand outside the right knee. Knees over to the left, look to the right. Just 2 or 3 breaths, reorganizing the spine. Come back to center, please. Send your legs long. Get comfortable. Let the palms face up. Let the eyes close. Imagine yourself sinking in this Shavasana, sinking deeper and deeper and deeper into the womb of the earth, where any need, any desire, any wish can be met with the unconditional love, nurture, and giving of the earth all around us. Let earth restore balance and harmony deep inside the body, deep inside the mind.